Another Tamer video. This time, Mage Tamer.
This is the way.
This is the way. This is the way.
This is the way.
This is the way. This is the way.
The benefit of these guys is more survivability as well as utility and flexibility. For those of you old school UO players, Mage Tamer might be the template for you. Hurling spells at your enemy while your pets bite and claw into them. So with that, guys, grab yourself a beer, sit back, and let's talk about it. As always, guys, going straight into the template and starting off with animal lore at 120. You can use animal lore to find information about pets, from their stats, their class, what bonuses they currently have, as well as abilities, even the chance to tame. It also plays into help veterinary do its job and heal and cure or res your pets. And just as a side bonus note, like last time, on your other characters, you can actually use animal lore at 0 skill on monsters and see what monster stats are and what slayer type they are. Then we've got animal taming at 120. This paired with lore is what we need to tame creatures. If you command creatures that require less than your taming or lore skill to tame, then you receive an underdog bonus. Basically what that does is it makes them stronger than they normally would be. Now, again, me saying this doesn't mean go seek out, 50 to tame super easy creatures for their bonus. This mechanic actually was just put in to basically bring them somewhat of a baseline to balance. If I confused you, here's a screenshot from the wiki. Feel free to pause and read it. But the bottom line, we want 120 taming for this template so we can command any tameable creature in the game. Then next up, we've got eval intelligence at 100. This is what gives our spells damage. It's great supplemental damage on top of your pets as well as part of your defense should a red show up. 80 of this or med paired with magery is needed for the wizard grimoire. Some may take this only to 80 or even 60 to increase vet and hurting on up to 120. But me personally, I like my spells to do damage, and I like to make the spells hurt if I engage in PvP. Follow that up with hurting at 100. The higher this is, the higher damage our pets do and the less damage our pets take. Further that by the material or magical properties of the crook. We want maximum damage from our pets, so 100 is where we're going with. But like I just mentioned, some may drop eval 20 points for the last 20 in hurting. Then we've got magery at 100. Having greater heal is key. Having the biggest greater heal possible is clutch, so 100 it is. We also want to be able to cast any spells that we want, and being able to supplement your vet codex with some greater heals is extremely helpful. Now in the grimoire we'll go over more single target loadouts, but with the right pets you can do some AoE farming. This is where you would want chain lightning, meteor swarm, etc., as well as the right AoE pets and respectable tank. Either way, 100 is what we went with here. Then we've got veterinary at 100. The higher this is, the more we heal our pets. Also, the higher this is, the more damage our followers do. And again, a minimum of 80 is required for the healing codex, which we will speak to more on this later. Again, this may be pushed to 120 with lessening eval, or even in some cases hurting. 100 seems to suffice enough for me. Then we've got meditation at 80. 80 with an Averhide crafted book, as well as delectable food, seems very good mana regain. I typically just cycle the grimoire spells and throw a flame strike on them. This, for the most part, keeps me above 50 mana. When I try to keep above 50 mana in case a PvP happens or oh shit moments happen and I need to spam some greater heals on a pet. And then one thing of note, speaking of PvP, this template does not have wrestling in it. Back in the day I did not have veterinary in my mage tamer and I had wrestling there, but because of not having wrestling, I wouldn't personally go out looking for PvP fights. That said, playing defensively and learning how to time your opponent and letting your pets do most of the work while they chase you is how you can fend off PKs. You're going to struggle against Dexers, so avoid bully thieves that are known Dexers. But mages, you can still heal through and off screen their dumps and allow your pets to do the work for you while they go out of mana. Then you can turn the offensive tactics towards them once you realize that they're going to be out of mana. And back onto PVM, I keep mentioning the grimoire, so let's get into it. First up, create food for 6 points. Every 1 minute, you get a mana potion. Then we'll do Magic Arrow for 6 points. Every 20 seconds, Magic Arrow's damage is increased by 300%. Then we'll do Harm for 6 points. Every 20 seconds, Harm's damage is increased by 200%. Then we'll do Fireball for 9 points. Every 20 seconds, Fireball inflicts an additional 300% over 15 seconds. Then Lightning for 9 points. Every 20 seconds, lightning damage is increased by 200% and hinders the target for 3 seconds. This is great for those oh shit moments, as well as damage mitigation for your pets. Then we'll do Greater Heal for 2 points. This heals an additional 15% of healing amount to the target over 15 seconds, including yourself. Flame Strike for 12 points. This inflicts an additional 35% of final spell damage to the target over 15 seconds. And like I mentioned, I typically will go Fireball, then Harm, then Magic Arrow, then Lightning, and then Flame Strike. And then I'll sit there and I'll let my mana go back up. If you have the right pets, you might switch these over to AoE spells, Chain Lightning, Meteor Swarm, Earthquake. It really depends on, once again, kind of what your tactics are. But for most people, the Wizard Grimoire that I went over is going to suffice wonderfully, as it is mostly single target damage and most people are pulling one thing at a time. Then let's move on to the aspect for armor, Command. The recent buff with Command has once again made it a powerhouse for Tamers. More damage, more attack speed. That actually, if your pet caps on attack speed, it rolls over into damage, so that's pretty cool as well. And also, it increases the damage resistance of your pets. Similar to the Melee Tamer video, as of writing this, cores are around 45k. Now, 30 days ago, they were at 35k. If you want to go to the cheap route, water is an option, but you obviously get what you pay for. Your main benefit for water is that you heal your pets more. Again, not near as good as Command, but at 4k a core, it may be an option for you starting out. Also, keep in mind there is a PVM rework on the horizon, so who knows what's in store for water. Frost is still an option, but it comes in second to Command at the same price. Back in the day, I really enjoyed Void, especially having Evow. Obviously, your pets will suffer due to it, but Void is a very versatile aspect, and this is an easy template to level it with. Definitely not the king option, but it is an option nonetheless. For the book, another reason to bite the bullet and go with Command is the book is second to none for almost any template with followers. The aspect special Inspiration gives a juicy heal to all of your followers and increases damage by 50% until a pool of damage has been dealt, which is decided by whatever aspect level you are. Let's move on to the healing codex. What I did is I put 1 point in Combat Medic. This gives our pets 3% damage resistance over the next 15 seconds when we heal them. 6 points in Overheal, an additional 30% of whatever healed is applied again over 3 seconds. 1 point in Triage, that's a 3% bonus to damage resistance while being healed, and it's 6% if the target's under 33% life. Then we'll do 6 points in Specialist. This one's juicy. 30% bonus to healing amounts, as well as curing and resurrecting. Then we'll do 6 points in Without Borders. Hey, we're a mage. We're going to be out of range. We're not going to be standing right next to the fight like we were as a melee tamer. So this one's even more important. It increases the range of our healing by 3 tiles. This is extremely helpful for monsters that like to AoE or where you need to stand out of the way, to regain life, which as a mage tamer, you really shouldn't be up there anyways. As far as the mastery chain goes, just like I said in the last video, literally this is going to be word for word, but the World of Links is a weird one for tamers because there's just so many factors that go into play. 1 would be, are you using Command? 2 would be, what tier is it? What stats for wrestling and attack speed do your pets have? What pets do you have? What creatures are you fighting? All of these play into which links you should have. Now, swing speed for your pets has a cap of 50% until you get into all the weird, wacky redline stuff. So while there isn't really an end-all be-all, this could help generally speaking. Feel free to weigh in down in the comments with more information. But the gist of it is follower damage. The more of these, the more damage our pets do. Duh. I'd say these would be the most recommended to get. You can't really go wrong spending your fortune on these bad boys. Then we'll do follower accuracy and defense. If your pets miss, they don't do damage. If they have high wrestle, less is needed, unless the monster you're fighting also has high wrestle. If your command is high enough, less of this would be necessary. I'd go for accuracy and defense links as well. More defense for your pets is obviously always great. Then we'll do follower swing speed. Like mentioned, your swing speed cap is 50% before redline. Note your level of command base swing speed. If you go over a little, it's okay. It's just converted to damage. Now, that doesn't mean to just pile these on though, as the amount will be less than just a regular damage link. Now, for some other alternatives, spell aspect effect chance, I wouldn't go out of your way to find these, but if you're running command book, which you should be, and have open link slots and you have these laying around, toss them in. More of this means more of command procs. And as you know, command procs are juicy. Then med rate, same as above. If you have open spots, these are great. More med rate means more mana and more chance to proc aspect, more damage that you're doing with your flame strikes and all that good stuff. So if you got them, toss them in. In this video, this is the chain I'm wearing. Same as last time, 5 gold follower damage, follower accuracy, and follower swing speed. I'm running tier 10 command, and the pets I have are just random black cats I had in my stable from years and years ago, as well as a 1-slot tank pet. They are not really stat chased or anything great, but they aren't bad either. This is just to show a mediocre power level for this build, like in most videos. And there it is, folks, the Mage Tamer. This video was very similar to the Melee Tamer video we did just last week, but obviously it's much different. I literally copy-pasted the script and changed out and added in where necessary. We should have an upcoming pet combo video that I'm pairing up with old Vin on coming soon. As always, if you're looking for more in-depth numbers and min-maxing, don't forget to read the wiki and check out all that wonderful banter over there in hashtag taming, hashtag PVM, or hashtag templates and builds. That's where all the real min-maxers are, and you can find tons of really good Excel sheets to help you make a very min-maxy informed decision. Shout out to the Patreons, the channel members, and you for liking this video, as it helps for discoverability, but more importantly, UO Outlands and my fellow streamers. Speaking of streaming, come by the live streams most evenings at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, right here on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, X, and TikTok. That's right, 5 different platforms for you to choose from. Do me a favor, guys, comment below some kind of cool suggestion for the next video that you guys would like to see me do, or just your favorite emoji. Every single comment helps, my friends. Other than that, guys, I'll see you next time. Pwn Star Gaming out.